And what a great comfort bank it is, having two of the best players in the world at the moment. Atomic going up, trying to prove he is one of them. Just dips it a little bit too far below the net, but up for 1, 2, 3. Nearly the triple tap, but assists Daniel for our first goal in the Rocket League this whole event.
Nas, I don't even know, what is this? Like, it's just a double, but it's still a mech in itself.
I think, what was it? 5 out of 6 events, and then the final event in the RLCS, they didn't make it out of Swiss. Didn't quite make it to the quarterfinals, but a stunning player in his own right. A central pass, though. Nas, the second for G2, this time assisted by Dan.
The feed back and forth now on the opposing end of it, but my gosh, like you said, I mean, it's just...
And I think if Limitless can spot those moments where you can catch them off guard just a tiny bit, could be easier to make these clears and turn them into transitions.
There's an attempted one.
That's a
bump keeps it out, and off of the post, Limitless are the first to score in Game 2.
First to score in Game 2, their first goal of this entire event, and against G2. Not gonna lie, Sweaty did his best to miss.
Where to catch G2, just a teensy tiny bit off guard, but I loved the full attack at the end. Everybody pushing up together at the right time, but same can be said for G2. Daniel completely on his own off the post of his own ball at 2 minutes to tie things up.
It was Atomic then moving in to try and get some bumps, but to be honest, to die for, committed far too...
I mean, there's another attempt here to make a waterfall play if possible, but G2 actually look a little discombobulated, and that is so rare. Snowy playing the slow game there, got the save, but Nas ultimately is there to clean up. You saw the push at the right time, and at 35 seconds left, G2 to steal the lead.
G2, of course, are going to be able to defend that one quite handily. Nas finding Daniel a long shot, and we're seeing G2 relinquish control quite frequently of that ball, trying to go for a lot of these long shots. I think keeping Limitless honest. And 1, 2, and to die for. The target man, the tip of the spear, pierces the G2 defense.
This is, again, full team effort for starters.
Right now.
And that's the sort of energy that you gotta bring to the table if you're going against G2, because it does make them uncomfortable. There are very few teams that can be that connected to get around the defense, but they're gonna do it back to them. Nas down to the ground to tie things up.
Seems like Limitless are only ever allowed about a 30-second lead in any given game, and that was not a good touch for him to die for. He comes in,
it's kind of how he came up.
The man from Morocco. 90 seconds ticking down, G2 level once again.
Nas, reset, pass over to Atomic. That one's wide, tries to make the double off of it, but the cleanup from Daniel is all it's gonna take. You wanna talk about full team effort, Limitless. G2 is gonna show you how it's done here at a minute 23.
What
the reset,
touch.
the side pass. It's just,
to see from how perfect it was. Sweaty was in net thinking, all right, this is to the side now. I'll see what Atomic does. Oh my word, it's in front of me. Oh my word, Daniel's there. And they're scored, but to die for. An immediate response.
Go back to the basics. A demo and a simple flick is all it took to get the call. Your tied game for somebody to try and steal it away, and Sweaty's gonna try his hardest to start it off into a center, but no, like you said, nobody's there. I mean, you can play a patient game. Atomic's going for the demo. He gets it. Daniel to score. This is G2's game.
The perfect transition. Nas to Dan. Atomic puts on Predator vision and destroys
Daniel
to die
up
for
in the
him.
air, challenged by to die for.
A strong 50 in favor of Limitless here, but Sweaty relinquishing control. This ball now has to be kept up. Nas backball, the double is there, saved away. Sweaty control now.
This one's in though, of course. It's ending with Daniel, the one that honestly, he started it all this for the most part. But on land, yes, they have looked a little bit short of how the expectations have been put on for them. But yes, on the flip side of things, Powers, they've looked incredible. They've done it. First to score is Torsos.
Torsos, one of the oldest people I've ever met in my life. Still here, playing Rocket League, and you've got to respect in Fever. Torsos dribbling it around. Fever now right-hand side, challenging burst Exotic. Exotic the first man to it, 50 seconds left to go. Monkey Moon just on target. Fever, final chance. Monkey Moon below the crossbar and an equalizer.
I gotta give it to Power. They made that first initial save right there, but low boost ultimately is what caught them to oxygen, and know that it was not a fluke. Realistically, the gap has been closing in OC, and like you said, Torsos, he's been such a long-standing member. He's the CEO of the phrase. But honestly, it doesn't even matter. EWC.
What a start for Power. And I love
Seeing a slow BDS gives you the room and the space to do this. Fever taking this one all the way to the backboard, tries to reset, get the pass down over to Banana Head, has to send it back up to the sky. Shot comes through from Torsos, and Power take the lead.
That pass completely brings Exotic away from the ball. Banana Head then lands on Drali.
That they are in right now, they have that lead. You can play extremely solid defense against BDS right now, which is an uncomfortable position for them to be in, because you've got a minute. That's it. It's a tied game. Drali, he finds his way through finally for BDS.
It's a poor touch from Fever, leaves Banana Head in a horrible position, and Charlie full
Falls in the hands
advantage.
of Torsos. Here comes the challenges though from BDS and the attack. And still, again, you're forced into this patient game if you're BDS, because the defense has been so strong, but finally a gap has been found and BDS equalize the series.
It's that pressure they've been looking for. Monkey Moon continues to hassle. Torsos goes high. Fever is on sidewall.
Run them dry. That's how they were able to get through so many times in the last game and attempted to do it here.
Monkey Moon just taking a cheeky shot on target. Top corner not quite found. But I think it would have been to the good if it got there, and Fever, no movement to find himself south. Exotic, he shoots it low in the end. Fever just with no boost, and that ball going very loose in the midfield. Actually, midfield with, or rather back in that corner with Banana Head. Tosses up for one, cleared away by Exotic, finds Drali, a little doink onwards, and Power really is struggling to break through that back line, and a touchback from Torsos is terrible.
Oh, it's just such a bad touch and a great demo.
They're not going to be here.
Man.
Torsos diving in with Banana Head, not really needed, but B Head low on boost, so maybe he should have left. Now Fever left in a 1v1, Drali is going to be there, gets that 50, Exotic up onto the backboard. Exotic will be faking this one. I saw it coming, as did Monkey Moon, but the defender left blinded.
You, me, the whole world saw that coming from a mile away. The second all four wheels touched the back.
All these passes shut down as and when they apparate.
It's so rough, because this is very reminiscent of what we saw in game one from Power, was them finding each other and connecting so well, but...
Hello.
You know what?
Hello.
I take what I said back.
Banana Head peeling the defense with one pass from Torsos. He manages to outspeed two of them.
Fever to musty them out of this one, but not enough sauce to keep them there. BDS, every flip in sight is getting them closer to that net there. Cleanup comes in, Monkey Moon is through, and BDS go to 2.
It's Monkey Moon yet again, that star player for BDS in this game. Set up by Exotic, again a fake.
This is where you kind of just start running the high risk, high reward plays. You push up field and you hope to connect on it, but BDS are playing the high game. They're taking it away. Demo comes on in, but it doesn't matter. Monkey Moon had all the control in the world. I think it was to air dribble this one down and float it in.
No one's up.
No. Well, okay, it's no boost
much more
for
like a
Torsos.
machine. They wound up. They got it going. They got the cogs are moving. And looking pretty decent as they do so.
Yeah, they definitely not too bad. Nothing to
lovely pass.
Shake your head about. They found an opportunity and they took it. The infield and straight on in puts them at a 2-goal deficit. Catches Power off guard a little bit there, and 8 seconds left on the clock. Too little, too late. This one almost goes in and completely ends it there, but BDS, a rocky beginning in this series, finally find themselves again as they take down Power 3-1.
Taking low 50s into flip resets to just stay in front of the play and making sure that EXO Esports, they don't get out so easy.
Roas down to TRK. Oh, that pass found TRK, who had wide open land in front of him.
Something that EXO Esports are going to have to realize is that some of these touches from Falcons, they're bait. They're getting defenders to jump after. For EXO, I mentioned earlier, EXO Esports, this is the type of series that this is one in which they have to learn the pace of the play, the ebb and flow, when it speeds up and when it slows down, most notably. But right now, we are speeding up out of control as Team Falcons find the net first.
The only goal last game was a passing play. This one, another beauty. The Twins connecting, anytime getting on the board in game 2.
A couple of cheeky little kickoffs coming out from EXO Esports. This time it does fall into their possession, and Kevin at least gets one pinch off the ceiling, but back into possession for
what a
Falcons,
dunk.
and off the post and in for Rawas.
Let's roll this back, Corelli. Take a look at the tape. Rawas goes up, tips it forward, immediately positions for the dunk. It's there, their passing is pristine. They're finding each other without really breaking a sweat. It looks so effortless for Team Falcons, but is that an open net goal? It is. Sphinx gets EXO the first goal of the series. What happened here, Corelli?
Well, it was wide open. Team Falcons vacated the center of the field. No one was home. Rawas had no boost to get.
Low on boost now after that play. Somehow got that boost from TRK. I don't know how that worked. TRK.
Oh,
The
my.
pass, and then the tap down. Team Falcons, they're on a different level right now, Corelli.
Yeah, you can see the left side of the field so weak for EXO
pre-jumped
Esports.
that.
And the pre-jump as well certainly doesn't help, but no one was
Pop
there
up
to mark
to
the
TRK. TRK off the ceiling, going down. I was holding my breath, Corelli. Still am.
It's tough to get that angle, but Killers also has another backboard. That's Furia, and Rawas comes through again, and EXO Esports, they cannot allow that space to Team Falcons, and they eat them up.
So he threatens getting the flip reset double at such close range, but leaves it 3 boost. Back to Kevin. Kevin over to Lasco. Lasco contested by TRK. TRK in field. The shot gonna be too tough to handle. Lasco. This ball's coming over his shoulder. Too awkward to save it. What a shot.
And I mean, I don't blame him. That is a perfect shot from Rawas. If you ask Rawas, that's probably an easy shot for him, but for everyone else.
I mean, it was the perfect shot to put that behind the defender.
It's perfect.
Top corner. Yeah, you cannot shoot that ball better.
Oh, what a fake.
And now the game's starting to get out of reach for EXO. Quickly off kickoff. Team Falcons punching their third.
And they both were there. Killers and TRK both play around the ball. Like Team Falcons, they will mute any offense with their pace. And you're seeing it here in this series. A clean 3-0 sweep for Team Falcons.
Team Falcons. They looked unbelievable in that series, Corelli.
Yeah, I do like what the desk was talking about. I think Jorby was the one to talk about Mata and getting him going. Jorby saying we want him to pop off here. I think a big thing is getting Mata the opportunity to have opportunity on the ball, but that is the wrong way, fellas. That's the wrong way.
This is a play I'd love to see broken down. Look at what Chronic does. He gets into the middle. He's looking for a bump, but then as soon as he recognizes...
Gen.G, they created the chaos, and the first 30 seconds, they're on top.
Not a play you probably could recreate.
No.
Now we see another shot.
Wow.
Scored! Chronic picks up his second goal. This time he's the last one to touch it as he knocks it in.
What a second touch from First Killer, using his flip off the ball to keep that one, to keep the defense. Well. Look at this ball. It's right back to First Killer. He's got help from apparently Jack, but he can't get there. Nobody can, in fact. And maybe a chance for Team Secret to get some control, as Brad might find KV1, flip shot, and Team Secret strike back.
And that stabilizes the whole game for Team Secret. KV1 pre-flipping into that. You can see it so close. First Killer.
It feels like it might be too late with the way Gen.G's gone in game one. This one's over the head of Mata. Now apparently Jack tries to take the challenge, and good cut from Mata again. But Gen.G, they leave it for First Killer. Placement matters. And a 4-1 lead for Gen.G.
And the defense, they're stunned a little bit because they think Chronic is going to get touch on the ball. And that, mesmerized
that
the
again
last
in game two.
And I'm curious, Grelly, if we'll see more possession or any possession from Team Secret. There's an early goal. My question got answered early.
Wow.
Get the possession off kickoff.
They get the possession off kickoff. And they put this one away quick, but they really give up possession, James, because they got to go back to a kickoff. A little bit something different from them. They're able to control the first 9 seconds of the game, and they find the back of the net.
KV1 scored both goals for Team Secret so far. And now Brad adds his name to the score sheet.
There they are. Look at this touch from KV1, by the way. Touch of an angel to pick this one up the midfield, and then the bump on Chronic. Brad to clean up, little kiss off the crossbar. This one back to Brad, and that shot goes high. Gen.G, they might get beat yet again on that counter. Team Secret have set it up a couple times now. It's apparently Jack trying to chase down KV1. KV1's trying to make sure this one doesn't get back to First Killer, and Gen.G finally get on the board.
Look at the perfectly timed flip from First Killer. Watch this. He jumps and then boom, it's like he was pinching that with the ground. Another quality chance for Team Secret. First Killer up early, but not early enough.
Got to be careful here because Team Secret, they're looking for the counterattacks. To the backboard it goes. KV1's there. Over apparently Jack and puts it through. Beautiful counter from Team Secret.
This is a completely different Team Secret than we saw from game one. Apparently Jack doesn't get contact on the ball. Looks like he backflipped
in the first 10 seconds.
Gen.G immediately in the driver's seat. Back and forth here. What this? It's like they're playing hot potato with who is going to get off to a good start.
And it looks like game one. It feels like there's a Swiss cheese
out up to
defense.
KV1 has to actually dodge the ball to let that go downfield. Did manage to steal some boost. Mata.
Oh,
Brad on, look at that pass. The shot there as well. And you saw it from the defender's perspective, Corelli.
I don't think First Killer ever saw him because that's what was on screen. Team Secret, I think everyone was waiting to see where Mata was going to go with that. And now a couple flicks on from Team Secret, gets it out, but Gen.G looking to pick up possession unless they get bombed and KV1's there to crash the net. And even in transition, when they give up the possession, James, they chase it down and ensure a goal.
And I wonder if that was a miscommunication
Power
there
behind
between
it. Chronic gets a booming clear. This game all of a sudden feels a lot more tense, James. Both teams been kind of pushing each other to the limit on defensively, and Mata can't get the touch. Apparently Jack puts it home.
I don't think Mata was bumped. I think he just jumped early. So we take a look at this again. Yeah, which maybe a tough read. But Gen.G have been able to hold on, at least for now. First Killer, little tip. Apparently Jack was still going for that ball. And this is an all-out attack from Gen.G.
Now what a touch from First Killer. I mean, he's flipping around, 360. And another touch from Chronic back to First Killer.
Apparently Jack also getting involved in Chronic finishing the job. Chronic, late pass over. First Killer has a double.
What a pass.
Oh, it's just perfect. It's on a dime.
It cannot be drawn up any better than this from apparently Jack.
Look at that touch.
It's beautiful.
Brad also boostless. Brad trying to bump First Killer, does land it. Gives KV1 the ball. KV1, ground pinch. And KV1 has been the star player for me from Team Secret, and this is a star player play.
And I'm surprised that nobody is up to challenge KV1 at all. With
KV1 with a boost steal as well. Chronic gets a bump on Brad. First Killer trying to be annoying in the midfield. KV1 has the ball. 1v1 situation. KV1 comes out on top again.
This guy's a magician. Defenders don't know what to do with him. I mean, there's one in the net there. And he goes right over the...
And that looks like it is gonna be it. It was a hot and cold series for Gen.G, but in the end, they picked it up when they needed to, and they get the win over Team Secret.
And for
Cam, good enough job. Only had 2 boosts. It's not going to get the job done. Boost total's looking okay for NKOSI Ballers, but where the ball is right now ain't looking good for them. Yan will punch in the first goal.
Start to finish, we have played about a minute and a half. All Furia haven't been out of the orange half. Gotta give them a lot of credit.
Maybe later in the tournament, you do end up playing your rival Vitality, as Yan was saying, seeing them as in-game rivals. But so far, NKOSI Ballers able to get that cleared downfield. Not able to do much else. Yan gives them a little mustard.
Yeah, just a little extra mustard on this one from Yan. It's a tester, Look at the pressure downfield. Rufinho in the box, forcing the defense back to handle Yang's pressure. Definitely just in cruise control right now at the end of game 1 here. Bit of a formality. 2 goals, probably going to be pretty okay considering how all of game 1 has gone on. They really just have to hang on, and that will definitely put the dagger in. Yanks an excellent flip reset to close things out. It will put the game well out of reach. Furia walk into a game 2 with a comfortable showing in game 1.
Yeah, the difference maker, the X factor of this team. He is a mechanical monster. Obviously, Lost has had a very solid year. And not always true for Lost.
Oh.
But Yan's the man, dude. He's just sick with it. When he got the space, look at the perfect touch-up. Reset, ball so tight, and he just pops it in. He never loses control of the ball, man. You ain't doing nothing.
They saw him take it up the wall, and they said, okay, I'm coming to force it off you. But the two support players behind him, Cam in the box, should technically be the next to go, but he had 0 boost, and now Yan is just dropping it in the top of the net off kickoff.
Oh, Yan. Another perfect high touch. Drafinho's up there, gets a midair, almost got the midair bump anyway.
That situation, just watching a team just be better. And it is a very tough hurdle to get over, especially for a team. Like, the best you can hope for is say, all right, we need to get the ball in the hands of, and they miss the ball in the midfield. That also hurts even more, because you're thinking, cool, let's get the ball in the hands of our best players. Look at the pre-jump. They knew they were going for that.
Dude was in the Jurassic, waiting. Takes it over, and that was just a full commit. Nobody was looking at Yan on that play. And how can you not be looking at Yan after he's put in 10 goals again?
Oh, he wants another one.
Oh, go for it. Oh, too heavy.
He's just playing.
Wait, no, we weren't looking at it. We didn't know Drafinho was there. Yo.
What is this pinch goal?
That's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness gracious me. No chance for the defense. Why not?
In the pregame video when Yan was talking about what the difference maker for Furia is, I think we both really just wanted him to say, me.
He should have.
I'm the difference maker. Look at him, come on.
There we go.
It doesn't matter what you do. Send players in the air.
shots.
Keep them on the ground. Try to bump him. Too bad. What's going on up here, boys?
They're trying. I have to give credit.
Or is it just a backyard beatdown?
Oh.
Guns.
If we get another 9-goal game, it might be the second one.
Might not be much of a backyard left.
Yeah, you.
And the low 50. Drafinho's like, that's cool, yeah, and you do all that stuff in the air, but I like the simple groundwork, starting with a fake, getting with a low 50.
Yeah, game 2, all about the air game. They are camped out in the midfield, man.
Lost has 99 attack. 98, maybe.
Pretty close. Drafinho taking his chance at the net. This one just high, and there's the follow-through. They will definitely give themselves the insurance. They don't want OT. You never know, right?
You never know. A much more respectable scoreline for NKOSI Ballers, for sure. Someone like Yan and, I mean, all of Furia, really. Really just showing you what is possible with this team. Actually getting through another goal near the end of the game. Yan puts another one out. I think I know who's winning MVP of this series.
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it starts with a Y and ends with a Z. With maybe an X there in the middle somewhere.
I don't know if he's going to be former, though. He seems to be front and center right now. Absolutely.
What a display. I mean, you got to tip your cap. You know one team is the favorite, right?
Yeah.
But it is not often you get to see a team that is the favorite go.
They add him to the roster, the amount of hype around him, you know, not just in the community, but in his region, the players around him saying that this guy is special. But here's the double tap. You know who else is special? Zen. Easy double tap, 2-0.
Calm, cool, collected. Alpha 54 pulls out one defender, and look at Zen. There's a hole on the backboard. I'm taking it. The rest is all
Mines, like you said, you know, they get to the corners, you get to the box, but there's multiple Vitality defenders in net. They don't feel threatened at all, and now they just make it even worse. They spread the goal distance even further off a kickoff.
Yeah, Twisted Minds went for a cheeky kickoff idea there. They wanted a shallow cheat back to the left side. A little bit more. Can you press the finish button? No one able to find the demo on Alpha. He will sneak through the midfield line, and Twisted Minds elect to let him through and regroup. I love the idea.
Especially because they were a little low on boost, and look what happens. Mawson gets the free goal, nobody in position to make the save.
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. There's the eternal push and pull. Twisted Minds decide to fall back, get set.
Went to Gentlemates, right? Because Gentlemates tried a different style of aggressive kickoff, but I love that. It was almost like an American football move where you're sending the running back up, fullback goes forward, but SMW finally breaks through, and they take the lead back. They don't let Vitality lock down control of the game so early. And a nice double setup for SMW to mid.
You got to give a lot of
Twisted Minds, much better start after getting shut out in game number 1 and even able to respond. Nalpo will get a free touch. It's looking pretty decent right now on the offense. They're clutching, and SMW gets another one, 2 for him.
Twisted Minds rolling right now. Napo, huge win. And look, he actually completely froze Alpha 54 on the back wall.
The first 2 minutes.
He was, Radosin, big 50 plus a bump on Mawson, creating a lot of space here for Zen. And that's that value that Radosin sends. That doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it pays off huge because he gives his playmaker space. His playmaker makes a play, and Radosin gets all the benefit with the goal.
Everybody commits on Zen. You see Zen in the air with space.
With 0 boost. Never mind, Vitality gets thrown a bone.
I didn't think it could get any worse, and then it did. But just for Twisted Minds this time, SMW has the reset, goes underneath, and I don't even think the demo mattered. SMW throws it on the ground. Twisted Minds up by 2.
What a win from SMW. Radosin coming with authority for that 50, and he just slipped right by
My favorite
him.
part is like Vitality have like the Nexto bot kickoff, and then they have the Seer bot kickoff. We saw the Nexto bot kickoff there, and earlier we saw the Seer bot where we saw Radosin stack on the left side. What happened here? The lead is melted away.
Radosin just floats one through the mid, and a double commit. They called each other off.
Come on, boys.
They both thought the other one was going to take.
Zen not going to get that out into space. SMW sitting underneath. Probably not the touch they were hoping for. Still, Twisted Minds are looking into the future, taking out a man. SMW still there, jumping up in front of the box, tipping it in. They got the lead.
What a play from Twisted Minds. You say you got to stay locked in. They do it. They force them to give up the ball. It doesn't matter. We're not playing the 50 to take it off. Radosin, he's forcing multiple defenders to manage his 50s. Here's what I'm talking about with him creating so much opportunity. Alpha's just camped in the box because it's the only chance. And now Twisted Minds has to finally spread out. They go to get boost, but Radosin had spot so much time that he's able to go steal a corner, come back, and score a freebie.
Napo had control of the ball, and then Napo went for the solo play. Because SMW, it's like, oh wait, that angle's covered. And I don't feel like that's the way through this Vitality defense, but yeah, there you go. Zen just rockets it right into the net. Twisted Minds could not get control of this ball, all set up by Radosin.
I love Radosin. he just wanted the flip reset just so he could do something.
He can't. Up high on the board. Can they find the rebounds? No.
Third.
The backboard closed. Here he up high, off the ceiling. Now Bo, no touch, and there's all of Vitality ready to handle it. Mawson needs to keep it high, and that'll be Radosin's ball, but the 50 stays up towards the ceiling. Zen downfield, not where Twisted Minds want to be. And that ball touches the ground. Vitality, too solid on defense. Radosin pops off.
Esports to save him. That caused all sorts of confusion. And Kaka and Hunter, they're still together, the pair of them in tandem.
Well, I'm not sure about that play. Now it's going to be extremely difficult for Jorius at the other end. But is he going to survive? No, he can't. It's a perfect play by Gentleman. He's punishing the mistake by Chiefs. Seiko up to Juicy, who hits it close enough to the goal that Jorius has to commit. And then it's back to Seiko for the finish.
It's certainly answered some questions, gentlemates. A couple of opportunities for solo plays for Chiefs ESC. Can they get that follow-up that they need? Itachi gets this one towards Juicy, though, down the other end. Kaka has to try and squeeze that one away. Can't do it, and it's 2.
Yeah, the slot there by Juicy. As Itachi perfectly passes it off to him. I mean, the two of them didn't have any boost, but it didn't matter.
That's what Itachi does, but here comes Juicy. He's got barely any boost. Sets up Seiko. Gentlemate's trying to see this one out. Every attack that they take doesn't need to be goal scoring right now. It's just taking more time. Jorius, though, gets something spicy. That's why he's in the team.
Out of nowhere, Jorius pulls out what might be goal of the day. Ceiling pinch from the halfway line. Top corner. That is unbelievable.
Winning the opening major and only a goal away from the grand finals of the second major in London. It's plays almost like that work out.
Hang on.
Following up, but this could be the counter-attack. Kaka, Seiko spawns well, but Seiko is bypassed.
Yeah, Kaka just kept his composure there. Seiko spawned in the worst possible position, right between him and the goal, but instead of shooting across the goal like Seiko expected him to,
there to get
past the initial challenge, that just makes it easy for Jorius, who was behind, to collect the ball. A minute and 17 seconds left for Gentlemates, as they still look to make something happen. But now here comes Jorius, ceiling double, dunk, in for 2-0.
Wow, the man is good for some stunners throughout the series, and that one was no different. It had to involve the dunk. And there it is, perfect positioning. Running so well in RLCS events, but this is brand new territory. This one's not in Europe, which the 2 previous majors have been. Of course, it's in Saudi Arabia. Everything is different now, and in a separate event, and they are just having to deal with Chiefs.
And they're now all on the score sheet. Kaka open the floodgates last game, followed by Jorius, who obviously scored in game 1 as well. Now, Gentlemates, it's Chiefs knocking at the door, trying to make it 4 straight goals in 2 games.
A massive save, though, from Itachi. Absolutely huge getting that block. If Chiefs score there, the game is lost, perhaps. And Jorius just goes and dunks him.
Jorius spots an opening and completely pre-jumps Seiko. I mean, he is
playing beyond themselves to match him.
I mean, as well, I don't think the issue really for OCE has been it's not as much about mechanical difference. Oh, I don't even have time to talk about it.
No Jorius.
They've only got to score it again.
And there's no Jorius involved. It's Hunter getting the extra touch to Kaka. These two have been playing together for a while there. Itachi is beaten
the last
clean.
defender, Seiko, collects the pieces. But they're stretching thin again. They cannot make too much of an advance before they're getting sent right back into their half. That's a great save by Itachi, but it's going to be the follow-up for Hunter 2-0. They're all over them.
They are pummeling in to our first major winners of the season.
Get their goal, but what on earth was that by Seiko? I mean, they don't look themselves yet. They've got so far to go if they're going to get back to their best. I mean, it's actually, with the irritable bump pass is going to cause them problems. Jarius can't get there. Seiko makes it 2, and that's more like it from Gentlemates.
I was wondering how much impact that one goal would have, and it seems it has been a shot in the arm. Dave Gentlemates managed to take control of the ball, and that's what takes us here now. Itachi, though, is tackled by Hunter. Juicy has no boost to do too much with that ball. Kaka up against Seiko, who beats 2 of them. Jorius was up as well. There's another early teammate teething issue, and Gentlemates made the most of it.
Gentlemates 3-2. Oh, that's a heavy commit from Jorius, and he really didn't have to go there. Gentlemates work
truly warm now. But Kaka keeps control of this ball. That's what Chiefs need to do. They have to get hold of it, and they have to keep it, even for a couple of seconds. Get some shots on target, make Gentlemates feel spooked again. They've more than done that. They've taken the lead.
Once again, in a back-and-forth game, it is Chiefs who break the deadlock. 50-50 spilled into the middle.
Hunter has to get the clean pitch. It's a bit central. Seiko shoots, but it's battered away by Jorius. Now Juicy's turn. There's still no boost. Nothing in the tank for Gentlemates until Itachi gets the touch. When this lands, it's all over. Chiefs take the dub. Coach LBP successful yet again.
The competition he's supposed to beat and already nearly gets in the score sheet. But nice save again. 2 great saves from Gladiators inside the first minute.
Here he is, LJ, and he's got boost as well. This is danger already for Gladiators. You cannot give him this much time. That's what happens. Hawks are on the same wavelength as usual. 1-0 SSG.
The phenomenal stuff as Virtuoso gets completely cleared. Are they going to get another goal? Not yet. As Gladiators continue to just scramble in defense. I mean, they're hustling about, but they've got to make contact on these clears, or else it's going to be 2. It is going to be 2. Hawkser gets his 2nd goal of the game. Too many mistakes, too many misses from Gladiators on touches that are uncontested. You've got to be making contact.
Yeah, Virtuoso did his best to make up the match.
It doesn't seem to be there. They don't have that threat, so Spacestation are going to be quite comfortable. They're sitting back and letting the game play itself. They're not going to have to force the issue if they don't run into too many problems. Oh, it's another great pass. It's another great goal. LJ gets in the score sheet, 3-0. And what a pass by SSG's Chicago. Gets involved.
He's already up. Look where LJ is. He's already mid-air waiting for that. Chicago gets a pinpoint.
Just one mind, one machine on the pitch. They talked about how much they've practiced in the run-up to this event. They've been scrimming, they've been boot camping, and they need to use all of that practice to best effect. Oh, that's some synergy, but not the kind you want. Triple commit, triple whiff. Gladiators, merely spectators in that play. As Max's clear gets slapped into the net by Chicago.
Oh, jeez, look at the ball in game number 2. On the beautiful Forbidden Temple, and I think defending like that should be forbidden. Hawks is up. Look at Chicago already up. Spacestation are just ridiculous.
Oh!
What are you doing, Hawkser?
Pogo outplayed by Hawkser. Over the top of Virtuoso, just gets that touch a little bit earlier than Vert expected. Vert ready for a 50-50 on the ground, but Hawkser.
It's like Spacestation are pre-jumping, saying, pick me, pick me. I'd like to get the free goal. And LJ has to just decide who he picks. Score it in the end. There you go. Chicago's up. Chicago's up. Yeah, just
what a pass!
Ridiculous.
Last game it was Chicago to LJ. Now it's LJ to Chicago. The exact same thing. They just said, you know what? Let's just pre-jump every pass at that crossbar height.
You should be able to clear this one. It's clean gameplay from Gladiators. You know, it's not looking like they're stretching Spacestation. It's looking like they might have a chance or two, but just getting the rotations going, warming up, playing their game. But the difference in quality. You know, we said LJ was the difference. That's an example.
And that's why you just need somebody challenging there or here or even here, not there. That's just too late. You got to get up much earlier because it's ceiling doubling.
Maxu goes to the double and gets it, beats Hoxer, wants to get the doink almost. He dodged for some reason. I don't know why you dodge when you could get a doink, but that's okay. I won't judge. LJ leaves it for Hoxer. No, he doesn't. LJ gets the goal.
How fast? LJ with another one. It's 154 kilometers per hour, Hoxer, and LJ with an aerial pinch straight into the top corner. They just don't.
Though gets around that ball, wants to get the flip reset. They're trying gaming Gladiators, just can't quite wriggle their cars around the ball enough.
No, that's already going to be another opportunity. Oh, it's in for Chicago. What a block at midfield that just flies straight into the net. Virtuoso pitches it up high and then gets dunked on by Chicago in off the post.
Done that thing again that they did in game 2, where for large periods of the game, they do manage to slow Spacestation gaming down. Suppressing attack. Make it a little bit toothless. Now they have a chance. Here comes Maxu, throws behind him. Maxu goes for the shot. Maxu gets the goal, and they do have their second.
Oh, that's a big demo in third there. Just as Vert is clearing the ball, Maxu doesn't rotate back post. He rotates straight towards the third man, demos them, and has a free shot as a result. Back to their goal with a kickoff strat. Gladiators are going to try that same one again. Oh, it's not going to work for them this time. Chicago comes away with it. They've tried that twice in a row. Didn't work the first time. It's even worse the second time.
I don't hate the idea from Gladiators. They wanted to go for the bot shot. They went for the bot shot. Didn't pan out,
score
but they tried.
Right now. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least not in time. Spacestation reigns supreme. Gladiators have a lot to work on before tomorrow's tough matchup against Gentlemates in the lower bracket round 1.
Space Station Gaming stun.